This is for all you freedom-loving patriots over there at BitChute.
Get up and get your grandma out of here. Because old Jim is working hard this year. And baby, do the things that he says to do. Do it. Baby, if you're feeling good. Baby, if you're feeling nice. You know your man is working hard. He's worth a deuce. Honey, don't put your man behind his heels. And baby, stop crying off. Baby, do the things that you says to do. Now do it. Baby, if you're feeling good. Baby, if you're feeling nice. You know your man is working hard. Baby, if you're feeling good. Baby, if you're feeling nice. You know your man is working hard. Yeah!
You know as well as I do, Gene Simmons is a fat, pampered, bloated piece of shit. That's just a fact. But, you know, they meaning like, I don't know, everybody but me and a few people that I know, they put this band down. This cutting edge, groundbreaking band that did shit that no one had the balls to do in a way that no one had the balls to do it. I mean, you had Gene Simmons, you know, Paul Stanley. He was a faggot. I'm sure he probably never sucked a dick, but he may have got an up close look at a few. And you know, you had the great, the marvelous Peter Criss and the wonderfully talented Virtuosa. What did I say that right? Virtuosity? Yeah, whatever. You had this very talented dude, Ace Frehley, not Freely, Frehley. Good to see you, Memes of Destruction. And we'll have another song at the end of the service. I'm going to start with a opening hymn and a closing hymn. Today, our opening hymn was hymn number 567, Deuce by Kiss. And we'll catch up on the nomenclature. We'll get the hymn numbers correct. We'll all get on the same page. And eventually, we'll have a song service where y'all will be singing along with the song leader, my humble self. And boy, you just don't know what that would mean to me. Good to see you, Digital Drive, Tim Tarbox. Wonderful. I'm, you know, this whole Tim Pool thing. It's not because of Tim Pool. It's got my noggin jogging. It's got the bean a grinding. We are inundated with this plague of plebeians, this unbelievable uprising of the undesirable. There's something going on, and it's so strange. No one can explain it to me. No one can put it down in words. No one can quantify it in numerals. There's nothing anyone can do to make this thing logical, this insanity that we're all witnessing. In 1776, our country submitted the Declaration of Independence. Now, we believe that July 4th, 1776 was our Independence Day. No, it is the day we declared independence. It was an illegal act, my brothers and sisters. Everything that founded this country was against the law. And they tell us now that you got to obey the law. They tell us now that because of slavery, says Beto O'Rourke, I have to give up. Pardon me. I have to give up my 30 caliber carbine. You know what, folks? I think not. I think that if someone would like to get this relic of World War II away from me, they would have to pry it from my cold, dead fingers. I myself prefer the 15-round magazine. They do make a 30, but it's a banana and it has a tendency to lock up in the magazine. So I prefer the 15-rounder. If they made a straight mag for this that was 30, that was 60, that was 100, that was 190, that was 10,000 trillion rounds, I'd get it. Why? Because I'm a fucking American. You want to take this weapon from me? Moa Labe, you fucking bitches! Moa Labe! Come take! And I got news for you. Neither myself, my woman, nor my dog will stand by and watch you take. If you come take, you come to take my freedom. You come to take the greatest symbol of Americanism that exists today, my right to keep and bear arms. Don't tell me about a well-regulated militia, you cocksucking faggots. Don't tell me about it. I won't listen. I'll shoot you. Don't tell me about your interpretation. My interpretation says shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed if somebody is a convicted felon that is now released from prison. Shall not be infringed if a neighbor calls and says, I think my neighbor's crazy. Shall not be infringed. The only American way to take the right to bear arms away from an American citizen, the only way is un-American. There's one thing that I will agree with right now. One thing. If someone is deemed by society to be worthy of incarceration, they forfeit their right to bear arms when they enter the state facility. But they pick that right up again the second they leave. The second they leave! You fucking cowards. You fucking lily-livered faggots! Grow a pair of balls. Don't tell me that you're so afraid of me, a farmer, a peace-loving preacher, that the very existence of my firearms causes you some kind of duress. I'm now going to put them back in their safe place because they've made the point now. And none of you all need to worry about my firearms if you see them, okay? You only need to worry about my firearms if you hear them. I've owned firearms since I was a young child. My father bought me my first Bowie knife made by a company called Queen when I was 6 years old. And when I turned 7, my father let me know 2 things. One, that I was responsible enough to now own and have my own Honda XLR 80 that I would maintain and take care of, and that I would have my own Ruger 22 caliber long rifle. And that also would be mine to steward and to take care of. Along with that, my father gave me something much more valuable. He gave me the ideals that made this country great. He gave me the knowledge and the wisdom to possess these things. My car, the most dangerous, deadly thing that I own and use on a regular basis. My firearms, hell, my very freedoms. My father set me at his knee and he explained how important these things were and how my life was not important when it came to other people's freedoms, that I should lay my life down willingly if someone came to take my freedoms or my neighbor's freedoms. And I'm here to tell you folks right now, you can forget everything I've ever said beyond my closing statement. And this, I will live up to what it is to be an American until the day they pry it from my cold, dead fingers. I won't mealy mouth you. I won't double talk you. I won't news speak you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I would rather have a dangerous freedom than a peaceful slavery. If you want to be a slave, then go be a slave. If you plan on taking me, bring some body bags. Take a deep breath here for a second. Why am I so adamant? Oh, I'm crazy, right? I'm just crazy. Crazy about freedom, folks. I'm being driven insane by a pack of morons whose sole purpose in life is to strip other people of their freedoms in the name of security. It's a false name, my friends, but anyone that would sacrifice freedom for security deserves neither. And Ocasio-Cortez and the brother dick sucking Ilhan Omar, all of these squads, all of these naysayers, all of these ne'er-day-well do-gooders can go dig a great big ditch, form a circular firing squad, and pull the fucking trigger. The world will be better off without you, you motherfuckers. I'm just going to say it. I'm not usually somebody that bolsters up the politician du jour, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Donald Trump is the best thing that has happened to this world, to this United States. Fuck the world, to this United States since the great, late Ronald Reagan. And Trump has done more yet because he's got bigger fucking balls. If you people are so sick of men that you want to eradicate us, well, start with me, because I don't want to live in a world run by fucking women and faggots. You can say I'm a hate monger. You can kick me off Twitter. You can destroy contacts that I've had with wonderful people like Count Dankula. I just wanted to get a hold of him today, and I only had Twitter. You can do what you want. In the end, what does it matter? Yeah, I'd like to get a hold of Count Dankula, and you've robbed him of a great counselor, i.e. myself. Anybody that doubts that, contact him any way you can. Send him a super chat. He'll tell you. Hoger's a great man. I'm not saying it. He's told me that. And it means something to me coming from what I esteem as a great man. The modern day William Wallace. He even looks like the statue of William Wallace. The Britisher, this faggot ass, mealy mouth, blow with the wind, your friend today, not your friend tomorrow, asshole that I know. The Britisher, I just tried to text, I sent him a message. I'm going to tell you all the truth. I just sent him a message when Cabbage Patch Bastard died. I was like, I know that you hold animosity in your heart against me, Britisher, but I said, I know that you would want to know that our beloved brother, Cabbage Patch Bastard, is gone. He has not the decency to even say or recognize me that he's gotten that. He thinks he's punishing me in some way, but I'm going to tell y'all something about the Britisher right now, and he can not dispute it. He can't eat in public. He can't eat. He can't eat when people are watching him. He is so worried about what people think about him, about the persona that he puts out there in the world, that it's so fake. It's so false that he can't eat fucking food while you watch him. The Britisher is a cowed faggot. He lives with his mother. Why does he live with his mother? Because he has to. Because he cannot support himself. Well, I mean, some fools on the internet give him money. I'm one of those fools. After he completely turned his back on me over some of the most ridiculous shit I ever heard of in my life. After we talked for hours, me and this gentleman did. I guess bared our souls, but it's not like I could go on further from the food thing. I won't, because unlike him, I don't bare my soul to people ever. Yeah, I tell you things. I convey things to you about myself, but bare my soul, tell you like, oh my, this is the sign of a weak person. And look, man, I'm off to Britisher. These things, my mind is flooded today. I think of how many Tim Pools are there and how many Britishers are there? How many people are there that if you knew them, if you had a chance to speak to them, if you got to know them, you would realize that they were human refuse. They were fucking garbage with no idea of loyalty, Britisher. No idea of fraternity, Britisher. No idea of keeping your word, Britisher. But this, oh man, I'm about ready to say his real name, but I won't. But this FC, these initials, this faggot. I'm over it, man. I will no longer allow my mind to be inundated by weak sisters. I will no longer, and I used to say it all the time. Okay, I will catch clips of this and that when I'm on the internet watching Ovation Eddie. When I'm having a good time, kicked back, watching savage clips featuring Jesse Lee Peterson. And you see all kinds of stuff on there. They show clips from CNN. Hell, maybe one day they will show a clip from the Britisher or Tim Pool or some other mealy-mouthed left-wing faggot-ass pussy that has no concept of loyalty, duty, none of that. Only has a concept of facade. Only has a front, a fake, faulty front that they present to you. And they think so much of you, my brothers and sisters, that they believe you'll buy into it. I'm going to sing a song before I leave. If you're listening right now and you'd like me to sing one at your request, that I pop into the karaoke machine and see if it'll spit it out, do it. Tell me what you'd like to hear me belt out to you right now. I see who's in the chat, and I'll do my best to do it. It doesn't matter if I can or not. I'll give it a shot. Because I can eat with people watching me. I don't have a problem with that. I can take a shit while you watch me. I really don't care. I mean, if I've got to take a shit, I'm going to shit. If I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. I've never allowed what I believed other people would think of me to influence what I do to any extent, let alone to the extent where, come on. I think I got infamous on the internet because of some good-looking young girl telling me to whip my cock out on an after stream. I'll be damned. A young, good, pretty girl asked me to whip out my dick. Watch if I don't do it. I don't give a fuck who's looking. I really don't. I kind of knew that night, drunk and everything, that, yeah, somebody could be recording this. Whatever. Life is a long song. You choose the tune. Don't let some other monomaniacal, crazed deity decide what will be good for you, what will be bad for you, what will be in between for you. You decide yourself. Oh, Red Light Kings, Born to Rise. I don't even know if I know that song, but I said I'd do it. So here we go. Oops. Wow. I had to open my big fucking mouth, and here we go. Hey, DA Exotics. Good to see you, my friend. Nah, you're not late. We're never late here. We get here right when we're supposed to. Oh, nope. I was about to say, oh, there's no Born to Rise. Boy, if I can hear the
We
tune.
were born to rise. We were born to rise.
Yeah. I don't think there's any lyrics with this. I'm staring at the screen. It's not doing it. So I actually do have a way out. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll show you the screen. If it had lyrics there, I would try. I would try to go from the. You see my screen down there. There's no lyrics at all changing. All right, so all I can say is I learned my lesson again. You don't do that. I'm gonna say this though, because I love Digital Drive. This is a great guy, man. This is somebody that is actually out there trying to make his world a better place. Highly suggest you go check out his channel. Highly suggest, if you're not already subbed to him and you're here watching me right now, there's something seriously wrong. Because in all truth and reality, he's far better than I am. So go check him out. But yes, I will. I'm going to put this. I'm going to like this, and I will find out how to perform this tune, my brother, and I will do it. So now that that's said, I'm going to like it. Yeah, I'm the only one to like this karaoke version. Unbelievable. And I'm gonna play a different song here. Yeah, I'm coming. Just relax. Hey, you know what else? I gotta piss. That fucking rant. I got my weapons out here. I mean, I'm feeling now as if people are really going to try to come and just like strip me of my right to bear arms. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. And I mean, Tucker Carlson hit the nail on the head. I am one of those people that won't do it. I will not do it. I will not register. Won't do it. They come up with a national registry. The Nazis did too. All these antifas that say they stand up and this what do you call it? Where you break the law to make a point, civil disobedience. They talk about that. No, that's me, baby. That's what I think about any kind of registry. That's what I think about it, because Hitler had a national registry and then confiscated the weapons and then created the first ghetto that he stuffed my ancestors into. Fuck you. Talk about the national Jewry if you want. Go ahead. Talk about the cabal of Jews in the media. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. I'm a blood Jew. I've never been to temple in my life. You could be like Owen Benjamin and tell me I'm Ashkenazi Jew. Yes, I am Ashkenazi Jew. There is no doubt about it. And there is no doubt that I can trace my ancestry back 4,000 years to Father Abraham, you goy fucking assholes. And I'm not rich. And I don't own a radio station or a television station. And I'm not tiny. I'm 6'1". And all of these stereotypes, Jews are rich, niggers got big dicks, spics are stupid. You know what? Fuck all you motherfuckers. Some niggers got little dicks. Some Jews are poor. Some spics are smarter than you. Grow the fuck up. I mean, stereotypes are great and they're fun. All right. I'm fine with it. I really am. I'm not trying to talk against tropes or stereotypes or whatever. They're fun. It's when you buy into them. It's when you believe it. It's when you believe that your beloved ogre is a Zionist because I let you know unashamedly that the blood that runs in my veins comes from Father Abraham. It's nothing to do with the religion. I don't wear a small hat. I don't with the fucking weird shit on my forehead. I don't do that. I never have. Not that I care if someone else does. I'm not belittling it, mentioning it. This is the problem with society these days. Somebody would hear the way that I just talked about the religion of my bloodline historically, and they'd be like, oh, look, he don't like the Jewish religion. I don't give a fuck what the Jewish religion does. I worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob also. And I don't give a shit if you're atheist. You can take your atheism and stuff it up your ass sideways. You can stuff your agnosticism too. Both sideways. I don't really care. I mean, I'm sure you're sitting there thinking, Mr. Atheist, Mrs. Agnostic, that I can stuff my Christianity, and guess what? I can pound it right up my ass with a ton of sand. It don't fucking matter. It makes no difference. Respect. Let me take this last little chunk. It's so hard on the fly because I'm trying to pick something, but I definitely don't want somebody else's voice on it. Never tried this on the fly, but here we go. I heard there was a secret chord King David played and it pleased the Lord. You don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair. She broke your phone. She cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Well, maybe there's a God down above. All I ever learned from love is how to shoot at someone who outdrew you.
It's not a cry you hear at night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken. Hallelujah. 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 Ooh. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Well, and I will do my best to actually. I love that song so much, and if I had to do it all over again, I guess I would have maybe looked at the version and seen that it was in something in my range instead of about 3 octaves too high. Praise is what we're missing in this world. I want to take time right now to praise my father on earth. He was a great man. I want to take a little bit of time right now to think about Teddy Roosevelt, to think about the great men of yore, Thomas Jefferson. I know he was a philanderer, but Benjamin Franklin. These great men, these wonderful, strong men, these men that were intelligent enough to think about how to take democracy out of the picture, because democracy is our enemy. It's two wolves and a sheep voting on dinner. Our founding fathers understood that. Now I go down to my local pub, and who I call the crazy liberal lady, because she's a crazy liberal lady, tells me how Donald Trump is ruining the world and how the system that we have is depriving her of her vote. But she lives here with me, right here, in the middle of nowhere. And if we give up our system and revert to one vote, one person, it sounds good and everything else. But the problem is you got Los Angeles, New York, Miami, Chicago. Well, fuck, I think if you just won those, you'd be set. You're done. What about Kansas City, Kansas? What about Howell, Arkansas? What about Edenville, Michigan? What about your hometown? What about the hinterland? Do we mean nothing? I'm going to go so far as to say, if you wanted to say one vote, one man, one vote, well, fine. Then give 2 votes to the hinterland, because we bring you your cheese. We bring you your beef. Cow farts. Well, fuck you. You like your beef, don't you? We bring you your wheat. We bring you your soybeans and your corn. You want to make laws that destroy us? Where do you think you're going to get your food from? China? They get their food from us. This trade deficit you hear of is us sending them commodities like orange juice and wheat, corn, soybeans, and them sending us back brightly colored plastic trinkets. We all talk about the Native Americans here and what they were deprived of. My God in heaven that created everything, shine your mercy down upon me now, as I try to explain that we're being taken to the cleaners by a pack of thieves. And they're all Chinese right now. I'm not saying that because of Donald Trump. If you think I am, that's fine. You can think what you want. I can't tell you what to think. I thought that before there was a Donald Trump ever considered being a public servant. Don't take away my America. No, I don't mean white America. Oh man, there's so many jerk offs nowadays. Be like, oh, look at this guy, he's white. He's being no. No, don't take away my America from my black brothers. Don't put them back in slaves and chains as slaves. Don't do it. Allow us all to be free. Give us that equality of opportunity that is so important in a free and open society. Give us that equality of opportunity. Don't force upon us the communistic, socialistic equality of outcome that has killed and murdered tens of millions of righteous, kind human beings with families and mothers and husbands and daughters and sons and wives. Don't do that. Don't do it. And I can't be more adamant. If you come to do it here on the ogre's farm, where he produces organically grown vegetables for his neighbors, the best salsa on earth, excellent soups, wonderful products for my beloved neighbors to buy from me, to create an income for me, and for me to give them a way to get food that tastes good and makes them feel good. Not a Whopper or a Big Mac. And no, I'll never be as rich as Burger King or McDonald's, but I sleep at night like the dead. I sleep the sleep of the clean of conscience. And I would not change my clear conscience for all of the Weinsteins and all of the Podestas and Clintons and all of the evil, supercilious, satanic mass that would be our overlords if we allowed them to be. You may think I'm crazy, but what would you want? A benevolent, crazy person to make the decisions, or a malevolent, insane, maniacal maniac bent on the destruction of mankind? Yeah, totally up to you. Forget everything I said. None of it makes a fucking difference. Remember this. Be good to your friends. Be good to your family members. Be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, family member, loved one has done seems to be so huge you'll never be able to forget about it. Because constant viewers, Digital Drive, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, and everything you know will depart from you.